Hello everyone and welcome back to Jubilee Road for another layout update. So since the last one then I have been doing bits and bobs around the layout and something rather large has happened down the other end of the layout. But first we are starting at this end and we're going to take a look at the car system because that's what I've been working on in the last couple of days. So the work has been going on really well. I've fitted all the road pieces. It's all connected. You can just probably see it behind that tunnel mouth. Actually, I'll just move it for you so you can see underneath. You can see the return loop. It's all in place and it's all solid. You can see there it don't move. I've actually used track pins. You can see one of them is just there. Look, I've used track pins to hold it down rather than glue. Did the job really well. Obviously we got these flexible pieces. They are still a little, they can move about. I might put some more track pins in there at some point, and obviously we got a few more here. Now this is the guide wire. Just see if I can pick it up here. It's a bit difficult. There you go, see that? That's the guide wire which the magnet on the underneath of the car follows. And if I go a bit closer, you can see there is a groove down the centre of the road system. Now, what you do, you fit the wire into that groove, and then you put filler over the top. It can be cheap filler. I've already got some. It's only paid about £2 for it. Filling this is going to be a bit fun. Obviously, we've got to get as level as we possibly can, but bearing in mind, roads in real life are not smooth, are they? So doesn't have to be perfect. If we go here, this is how far I've got. I started here, it's fitted to all the way around. So if we just follow it down here, we've got more of the flexible pieces, and you can see the guide wire is in place round the return loop and all the way back down. This board has been taken up because it's removable for this reason. So we can get underneath and do work on the car system. Well, it's removable at the moment because when the track comes around here, this board will be no longer removable. But as you can see, there's a gap. So if one of the cars decides to have an accident on this curve, which is very likely indeed, because, well, it's me, why wouldn't it happen? I can get in from that end and sort it out and tell it off. Well, you can imagine what word I'm going to use when it comes off. Anyone like to guess? You know what it is. So I've pinned it down, well, sorry, glued it down up until just about here. Now you can see where it goes off where I haven't done it. It's a very, very simple process. I'm using this, it's just simple old glue. It dries very, very quickly, which is handy so the wire doesn't move along here. Now, I'm going to quickly show you how I've been doing this. So, I'm going to try and do this one-handed. I don't know how this is going to go. So, if I just move the wire over, if I can pick it up, it's so fine, this wire, it's quite hard to get it to move. And just move it over. Come on, wire. Yeah, it's such a fine wire, it doesn't always want to play. Right, if we just wrap it around there, that's the paving slabs I'm going to use. They're just there to show how I'm going to do it. So you just get the glue, just squeeze it out the end. Doesn't matter if you too much because this glue can actually kind of be washed off at some point. So you just run it down the center of the road there. We're only going to go as far as there because doing the curved section is a little bit more complicated. So we get the wire, unravel it around there, and then we just place it in there. And the way you get it, I've just used the top of the glue to do this. Just run it all the way across there, back and forth a couple of times, get rid of the excess glue that we don't need there. And then as you can see, by doing that, there we go. It is really that simple. Now leave that dry for quite some time. The return loops are a lot more difficult because this is a nice straight stretch, so it just sits in there, and there we go, look. I am going to go back when all the glue is dry and just wipe it over to get rid of any stickiness. But obviously I will be putting filler over this, so that won't make any difference. But that is how simple it really is. Would you like to see a car run on some of this? Yeah, of course you would. I'm going to go and get one of the vehicles I have and show you how it works. So I'm going to show you then how this works. Most of you would know how it does, but I'm just going to show you running down this part because this has been down for a couple of hours now. Here is the bus that I have. I know it says it's German writing and that stuff, but you know me, that doesn't matter. It's got a little switch just here. You switch that on, obviously the motor drives the back wheels. And then we got, oh, there's a bit of muck on there. Then we got the magnet just here, like it swivels around. Now this is what follows the guide wire throughout the road system. So basically all you do is turn it on. You can see that now, it's running. And then you offer it up to the thing, it'll find the guide wire. This one is a little bit on the loud side. You can see it follows the wire really rather well. Just drop it down, it'll find the guide wire. And there we go, that is how the system runs. Pretty simple really, isn't it? Really simple system, and obviously it'll go around the return loop, which is now behind the camera, and then come back down this side, round that turn loop. So it's basically exactly like a looped layout that you would have. So this bus will just go all the way around and come back on itself. So that is how the Fowler car system works. As I said, really simple system. These are a little bit on the expensive side. Pretty much these cost as much as 00 gauge locomotives. So that's why I'm not going to buy any more, too many. I got a little transit van around here somewhere, not sure where that's got to. I am going to buy another more modern bus for this. This one is slightly older style, but it's nice. It came with the starter pack, which you can buy. It is a little bit of work setting it up. You don't have to do it this way. There is a number of ways. You can use magnetic tape, or you can put the groove straight into the board if that's how you want to do it. That's probably the cheaper way of doing it. But I've chosen this and it seems to be working rather well so far. So won't be long before I can do a full video on this actually doing the whole loop, which will be rather fun. So let's continue the tour then of what's been going on here at Jubilee Road. Well, move down to the complete opposite end to the layout, because you can just see the top of the building. That's where the car system is, so it gives you a sense of scale of the layout. Nothing's really happened in here. It's just where I've been storing locomotives, which I've been running on the shunting layout, including the big boy's been sat there since that American thing I did. God, that's been there a while. Whoops, need to put that away. The track underlay will be going on here very shortly. Actually, I got the sheets of it downstairs. But I don't want to talk about this area. It's behind me what is very interesting. You guys on Facebook would already know what's going to be coming up as I turn the camera around. So, let's have a look. Well, new boards. Yeah, but, this, yeah. All this has just been put in last week by me and Steve at GLR. Now, these boards were built in our workshop. Lance, Colin, and the other guys, they built these boards, and a heck of a job they've done on it as well. Really solid, fits perfectly. Obviously it was built in the workshop and then transported here in sections. Now, this may look a bit odd, and you're probably wondering, well, what the heck's going on here? So, I'll quickly explain to you how this is going to operate. So, old Jubilee Road, as you know, did the same. Now, this top board, Jubilee Road, will follow exactly the same route that it did on, well, Mark 1, I guess you could say. Got a piece of track just sitting there to get the curve. Now, in tiny parts, it is a little bit of filler needed. The reason for that is because the wall's not straight and the floor's not level. Typical older house, I guess. So that will follow this round there. I'll be putting a back scene or something round there. Light switch, got to remove that and move it somewhere else. We got a nice sweeping curve. This will be covered by a large mountain area with tunnel entrances either end. And as we come around here, we got the really nice Northern Bell coaches from Hornby. There'll be a station on this area, a 2-platform station just before it goes into the tunnel at this end, just about round about where that join is, I should imagine. So now we've got a level all the way down here. This will be the Clifton Valley Railway, Heritage Railway, and that will come all the way around here, past where the Dean Goods is sat, and then it'll go curve around and then into a massive storage area that way. So it'll go under a tunnel here and go around there. Now if we go down to the level of the loco, then you can see the height difference is pretty impressive. Now there's a reason for the height difference. As you can see, there's quite a large gap. I'm filling that with a double track main line. So it'll be double track, single track. Yeah, I did say I was going to go a bit mad with this layout, and I really am. So this is just a temporary piece. This is going to sit around about that level in between the two of them. And what this line is going to do, if I hopefully not making you sick by to and throw in here, we'll come off the edge of this line here and come and descend all the way down here. We're going to put a 2% gradient in so the trains can actually get up it, and then it'll continue all the way down, dropping, there's the shunting layout there, all the way down to that edge, curve round the back under where we were looking at the Fowler car system, and end up in the same storage yard as the Clifton Valley Railway. So it'll go from that level all the way down to that one, and there will be point work allowing the two lines to join in the fiddle yard. I hope you can kind of get what I'm trying to go for there. It's a little complicated at the moment, but it's going to work, and it's going to be absolute madness to have two twin track main lines plus the heritage line. The heritage line will be able to run completely separately from the main loop because it'll do a full circle, and we can have trains trundling up and down the incline from the fiddle yard back up to the main station area. So this is going to be quite some part of the layout, I think. So there we go, that is the end of another layout update here at Jubilee Road. Finally, things are sort of coming together now, obviously because of the virus, which has been going on for months and months and even more months. Progress has been a lot slower than any of us ever thought who were involved in building the layout. So it's, yeah, as I said, it's coming together now. I really want trains running, especially on the top loop, which you can see up there. Sort of end of September, early October, I'm really going to try and get that done so we can have full length trains and running sessions return finally. So yeah, there's loads and loads of work to do, but it's going to be worth it. I just want to say thank you so much for your support over this virus business. Obviously I haven't had a really nice layout to run trains on too much, but guys, thank you so much for bearing with me, and I've been trying to bring as much content to the channel as I can without a layout, and I think I've done quite well. And again, I just want to say a massive thank you to the guys at GLR Bespoke Services for building these boards for me. Yes, I know I work with them, and I did kind of help build these, but they did majority of the work on these boards. So yeah, absolute top class work from them, and I'd recommend them completely for any work. Obviously a bit biased because I work there, but it's true. I've been going back and forth there way before I started working for them, and yeah, they do a really good job. So thank you very much for watching. Obviously don't forget the Facebook page, go over there and vote for the next locomotive to run in the mini running sessions on a Sunday afternoon. That post will be going up on Thursday, so go over there and vote for your locomotive, and I think it's going to be diesel locomotives this time. So I'll be back here with more progress at Jubilee Road, or hopefully an out and about video coming soon. Bye everyone!